inspiration for this new series I'm going to be starting is from Dan Cole. Right now, I'm a freelancer, a video editor, trying to build a personal brand on YouTube, and I'm going to tell you why in a bit. But basically, I'm just going through Dan Cole's one person's business playlist, and in every single video, I'm just going to be sharing with you like three key points that I got from watching each of the one person business video on Dan Cole's playlist. I don't know if that sounded clear, but right there I have my notes that I took down from the video, the one person business model, how to productize yourself. And I'm just going to be sharing with you guys three main ideas that I took out from watching the video. The first lesson I learned from watching the first video on the playlist, the one person business model, how to productize yourself. The first thing is the importance of social media. And the thing with any business is you need eyeballs. Same thing goes for building a one person business. You need eyeballs, and in this age of social media, it's very, very important to have eyeballs on your products or service, whatever you're trying to sell. And the way you do that is by building your brand on social media. And what I realized is that you don't need to, because you go on social media and you see people or brands with over 100k followers, 1 million followers. Basically, you don't need that much to make money online. In fact, with just 1,000 subscribers, I've seen people on Twitter, on X, that make thousands of dollars. So you don't actually need that much. What you need to do is get people to see your content, to see your products, to see what you can offer them. And basically, you do that by being valuable online. You talk to people online. That's how I got my first client. So you need eyeballs. If you want to sell a product or a service, you need eyeballs. And in order to get those eyes on your product or service, you need to be on social media and you need to have an audience. You need to build an audience. So yeah, that's like the most important thing, because without eyeballs, you're basically not going to sell anything. Nobody's going to see you, nobody's going to buy your product. You're going to be broke without eyeballs. So that's like the most important thing in building a one person business. The second thing, and this is in terms of like sharing value or posting online, basically what I learned and the way I'm looking at it now is you need to post with the mind frame or with the mindset that you're teaching your past self. And another thing, from being on social media, we all think that we don't have anything to share. Our lives are too boring. We have zero experiences. But the thing is, if you've grown at all, if you improved yourself at all, there's always something you can share. There's always a value that you can give to someone that you're already ahead of. And you don't need to have massive, you don't need to make millions of dollars, you don't need to be as jacked as what's his name now? The Rock. You don't need to be as jacked as I am, yeah? You don't need to be what you want to be yet. You don't need to be very massive. You just need to have made progress and share the growth, share the lessons you learned on your journey to where you are at. Another thing you could also do is, we all have goals, yeah? We all have like ideals that want to meet. What you can also do is share your ideas on how you want to achieve those goals. So say for instance, right now my goal is to build a one person business that gets me over 10k a month, even up to 100k a month. But right now 10k a month is my goal. But what I'm going to do, instead of like teaching you how to get to 10k a month, I'm going to be teaching you how I'm planning to get to 10k a month. Then whatever you want to take from what I'm saying, fine. But I'm not trying to like position myself as I'm a boss in this thing. I'm not trying to lie to you, yeah? I'm just being myself, telling you what I'm learning, telling you what I've done, and you take whatever you want to take from that. Like that's basically everything you need to know about posting online. And I think this just And just for quotes measures, this is something that this is a note I took down. Pay attention to where you are now, where you're going, how you're going to get there, and basically that's your content. Just share that online. So you need to be actually doing something. You need to be working on projects. You need to be active and just share what you're learning. That's it. That's it to create content for your social media. Uh, and for the last thing, though this is something I disagree with him on, we'll see how that changes over a while. It's the idea of being a generalist versus a specialist, and basically, he suggests that coming online, you should be a generalist. Like you should talk about your interest, whatever it is that you're doing, football, writing, video editing. Like you should talk about everything that you're doing, and that's fine. But I think with the current movement for social media right now, I think we're moving towards being a specialist. So being known for something, because the way the algorithm works, like with my experience working with my clients, is it pushes your content towards a specific audience. And if you keep shifting your interest, keep shifting what you're talking about, you're essentially just going to confuse the algorithm. So it's not going to know if it's supposed to like shift. Maybe say for instance now, like I'm talking about self-improvement stuff. After making a couple of videos about self-improvement, the algorithm is going to match my content to people who are interested in watching self-improvement stuff. Now if I not shift my content and maybe like another day I talk about something uh fitness related, yeah, something fitness related, unless the people that are already watching my self-improvement content are interested in fitness, that content is going to essentially do worse. It's going to do bad because the algorithm is going to it's already matched me, like my brand, as self-improvement. So when I was posting self-improvement content, it matches that to a self-improvement audience. When I start posting fitness, it's going to carry that same content and send it to the self-improvement audience, which is not going to follow. Like they aren't going to watch that. They're going to click off, and that video is going to do bad. And the algorithm is going to push your brand down because now it thinks that the people are no longer interested in your videos. So yeah, there's a huge disconnect there. I don't think you should be a generalist when you're starting out. Pick something and stick with it. And if you can take slight bits of your other interest that matches with what your main message is, like what you're already pushing out. That should be the main thing that you only push out on that channel. If you want to talk about something else, say football, fitness, create a separate channel for that and talk about that there. That's the best way to work for me on the on social media or whatever. So yeah, those are my three takeaways from watching that video. I have a bunch of notes that I already wrote down, but I had to put this video out today. I'm gonna be doing this every day, so you expect more. But I had to put this out today. That's why it's kind of scrappy. Obviously, I'm not going to be editing this because I don't have the time. I'm just going to cut out the rubbish I said and post this. But I don't have the time to do my edits and do all that shit. So yeah, it's just basically a raw video of me just sharing what I learned from watching Dan Cole's video, the one person business model, how to prototype yourself. If you enjoyed it, if you enjoyed it and you want to follow along this journey, subscribe, like, comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.